whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Good morrow. DJ Mighty Iris here with a new episode of the Dream Warrior podcast. It's been a while, I know. My anxiety's been through the roof lately, and I think I finally pinpointed where it's coming from, so I will be handling it, trying to deal with it, trying to fix it, yes. But with the anxiety comes dreams, and I haven't had a chance to do this podcast, if you will, lately. It's not really a podcast. What are these? Just episodes? I don't know. It's a dream diary. But for those of you that listen, thank you. And I'm sorry it's been a while. So today is Wednesday, May 22nd, and I had this dream last night. I've been waking up at random hours this week, 2 a.m., 3-ish. This time around, it was 4 a.m. And I had just had a dream that really stressed me out. So let's get into it. So this dream takes place in Hondo, Texas, at my grandparents' house. It's this old 2-story house on the very last street before you drive out of that town. And God, I haven't been to this house in almost 20 years, I'm pretty sure. And they had this backyard where it almost looked like just this wooded kind of area, and they would have bonfires out back, parties sometimes. So in the dream, there was a late night bonfire party that I barely remember because in the dream, I black out drunk. So the dream starts when I wake up in the dream, laying on the dirt. Sorry, I was on dirt, and it looked like it had just rained, but I was on the dry part of the dirt, sort of damp, and I think I'm on top of a blanket or sleeping bag, and I wake up next to a guy friend of mine, and I'm still drunk, and I'm barely opening my eyes, not really, but I can see that it's him, and he has this like grin on his face, and he kind of leans in and he puts his lips right on mine, and we kiss a few times, and I don't mind it because I'm still drunk. And I'm just like, uh-oh, this sucks. But hey, it's comforting to have a kiss, So we kiss a few times and I'm like, oh God, what happened, And it's implied that we slept together. And I know that I didn't want to do that. And I'm already feeling like shame and embarrassed as to how drunk I was the night before. And so I'm just like, man, we're on dirt. This is gross. So this guy, he has a girlfriend in the dream and in the waking life. So we get up and we're like, we have to get out of here. Like everyone's going to see us. And it was implied in the dream that his girlfriend was at that party. So we get up and this guy friend of mine, who I don't even really talk to or see anymore, he has a motorcycle. So we get on his motorcycle and we drive to the nearest motel. We get a room. I need a charger for my phone bad. And I get this feeling inside myself. I just want to go home. Do you ever have that feeling when you're in a different town in your dreams and you just want to get home? You can't get home fast enough. You feel like a clock is ticking, kind of. Like, shit, I need to get home. I need to get out of here. It was a sense of panic. I didn't have any new clothes. I remember going to a nearby clothing store, trying something on, buying it right off ripping the tag off, scanning it, getting out of there, and that's where I bought the charger, I think. Then we went to the motel. So we're in the room and I'm with this guy and I tell him, well, my body doesn't feel like it got fucked last night. So I blacked out. You know more than I do. You probably remember more. So we probably didn't even have sex. And as I'm saying this, he's kind of like, he has that dumb look on his face where it's like, no, we did. He's like, no, we had sex. And I was like, fuck, okay, well, did you at least use a condom? Were we safe? And he's walking to the bathroom or something while I'm asking this. And he's like, no, man, I had run out. Or his girlfriend, he had said, we don't use condoms. So no, I didn't have one on me. And he didn't seem worried about it. And I'm furious because I know in the waking life, I blackout took him home once and I didn't want to. I remember waking up and being like, fuck, I didn't want to do that, but it happened. This was in my early 20s. And the jackhole apparently came inside me without any warning. And I remember being pissed about that in the real world. So I think my dream self was worried. Holy shit, you probably came inside me and I'm probably pregnant right now, or I'm gonna get pregnant. So I'm freaking out because in this day and age, living in Texas, my body doesn't even belong to me. My pussy belongs to the government. You know what I'm saying? Like, I won't even be able to choose what I want to do with this pregnancy if in fact I am pregnant in the dream. So I'm flipping out and I think I'm yelling at him like, what the fuck? Just panicky, and he's worried whether or not he should break up with his girlfriend, thinking that we're gonna get together. And I'm like, no, don't break up with her. So yes, we're just in a motel, just panicking. And then I feel like I need to ditch him. So I think I go off on my own back to my grandparents' house. And on the way there, I don't know if I'm walking or I got an Uber or something, but I get a phone call from Billy Lee, of all people. I just see my phone pop up, the name Billy Lee, and I'm like, okay. And I didn't want to answer it. And if you don't know who Billy Lee is, it's, she's on Vanderpump Rules. Yeah, I know. I've been watching the reunion lately. So Billy Lee was hardly in this season. Anyway, I know how dumb that sounds anyway, but needless to say, she was the one calling me. So, and I answered it and she's like, hun, you were drunk last night. You know, and that's the worst thing when you black out and you're drunk is people telling you the next day how drunk and stupid you were. My friend Chelsea was with Billy Lee, and Chelsea, while Billy Lee was telling me all this, she was like, don't do that to her. Don't make her feel like shit. And I was like, in my head, I was like, thank you, Chelsea. So yeah, I was just feeling shameful. I made my way back to my grandparents' house, and from there, I just wanted to go home. And I think that's when I woke up. So yeah, very ugly to black out in a dream and then wake up from a blackout. It's very uneasy. I felt uneasy. And anyone that knows what a blackout is and experienced it, they suck. It's just awful. I don't know why I do that to myself. So let's get into some of the meanings. To dream that you black out may represent a temporary state of uncertainty, powerlessness, or a lack of control in the waking life. It could indicate feelings of being overwhelmed or unable to navigate a particular situation. How vague. That makes sense though, you know, I am stressed out. Okay, so I tried searching what it means to have unprotected sex in a dream, and you'd think that would be something, but I found all these other things. The closest I could find was seeing a condom in a dream and it being broken, which I had a dream about the other night too. But if you dream about seeing a condom that's broken, it could act as a forewarning. Often our dreams know what we are going to do before we ourselves consciously know. So you may be feeling a bit reckless right now, and your dream is trying to warn you of the consequences. Woo, that's scary. Okay, so also I wanted to know what it means to have sex with an unwanted partner. And I think I've analyzed this before in a separate dream a long time ago. So here are some main reasons to dream of a romantic get-together with someone who isn't your cup of tea, because I did not want to sleep with this person. So that lover in a dream could show a characteristic or quality that you have in common with someone else you do like in the waking world. Women are more likely to dream of saying yes to a partner they don't like or respect, even if they have accepted another hookup in their daily life. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't help. Moving on. To dream of seeing dirt. Because remember, I woke up laying on the ground in dirt. Dirt can mean a perceived imperfection or mistake, a feeling or fear of being judged or embarrassed, or a situation being spoiled, feeling less than perfect, or getting caught up in perfectionism or a false sense of self-value. Ooh, interesting. I'm intrigued. To dream of being on the ground. This may symbolize a need for stability in the waking life or a desire to feel more rooted and secure in one's circumstances. Interesting. Okay, so remember when I told you in the dream that I felt like getting home? Like I felt panicky, like I just want to go home. Turns out there's a meaning for that. The fact that you were trying to get home in these dreams may suggest that there is some aspect of your life where you feel lost or disconnected, and you're trying to find your way back to a place of comfort and familiarity. Man, dreams, you know, you just get me. So there you have it. I'm stressed the fuck out. No, but seriously, I've been having dreams lately, just not enough to make a full episode because it's always like little bits and pieces and I forget now when I wake up. But thankfully, someone recommended a good sleeping aid and I ordered it and I cannot wait to try this. So maybe I'll be able to sleep more. Fingers crossed. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in to the latest episode of the Dream Warrior Podcast. I'm DJ Mighty Iris and I'll see you in my dreams. Okay, I'm stopping.